You saved for years. You did the research. You walked into that dealership and you drove out in something that finally felt like you had arrived. And for about 3 days, everything felt different. Then nothing changed. The neighbors glanced at the driveway and went back inside. Your coworkers nodded and moved on. The person in the coffee shop line never looked up. And somewhere deep in your chest, something that felt almost like disappointment started to settle in. This is not a story about cars. This is a story about what your brain was actually chasing and why it never quite catches it. Human beings have been obsessed with status signals for a very long time. Not decades, not centuries, hundreds of thousands of years. Your ancient ancestors lived in small tribes of around 150 people. In that world, your rank in the group determined almost everything. Who you mated with, how much food you got, whether others protected you or left you behind. Status was not vanity. Status was survival. Your brain inherited every single one of those instincts. So when you see a luxury car, the long hood, the emblem, the sound of the engine, your brain does not see a machine. It sees a signal. It sees rank. It calculates in a fraction of a second where that object places you in the hierarchy, and it wants it. But here's where it gets strange. In 2009, a pair of researchers ran a series of experiments on status and spending. They found that humans do not buy expensive things to feel rich. They buy expensive things to be seen as rich. The goal was never the object. The goal was always the perception. And perception, it turns out, is almost impossible to control. Psychologists call this the focusing illusion. When you imagine owning something, the car, the watch, the house, your brain zooms in entirely on that one thing. It imagines the moment of arrival, the look on people's faces, the feeling of sitting behind that wheel. What it cannot imagine is everything else that stays exactly the same. Your commute is still an hour long. Your boss is still difficult. Your anxiety does not disappear because the logo on your steering wheel changed. The car becomes invisible faster than you think. Not to your bank account, but to everyone around you. Here is the uncomfortable truth your brain never tells you before you sign the paperwork. Most people who see your car do not think about you at all. They think about themselves. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that observers of status symbols rarely attributed admiration to the owner. Instead, they felt a mild increase in their own desire to own the same thing. You did not make them respect you. You made them want what you have. The admiration you were chasing went to the object, not to you. Your ancestors understood something that modern consumer culture has completely buried. In a tribe of 150, status was earned through behavior, through skill, through generosity, courage, and consistency. You could not fake it with an object because everyone already knew you. The village saw what you did every single day. Now you live in a city of millions. You are surrounded almost entirely by strangers. And a stranger seeing your car for 4 seconds at a red light has almost no information about who you are. So your brain decided that objects could do the talking. But objects speak a language that nobody actually understands the way you think they do. Premium cars are extraordinary machines. The engineering is real. The comfort is real. The performance is real. If you drive one because it genuinely brings you joy, because you love the feel of it, because the experience itself matters to you, that is a completely honest reason to own one. But if you buy one to change how people see you, to signal arrival, to finally feel like enough, you are asking a machine to solve a problem it was never built to fix. Because the version of you that feels like enough does not live in a dealership. It never did. You saved for years. You walked into that dealership, and what you were really looking for was proof that you had made it. The strange truth is that the people who have truly made it almost never need the proof. And the people who feel like they need the proof are exactly the ones the car cannot help. Tonight, when you drive home, whatever you are driving, your brain is still running the same ancient calculations it ran on the savannah. Still scanning, still measuring, still asking where you rank. The only difference now is that you get to decide what actually answers that question.